All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the the women's D2 Gulf Coast Championship match against Tampa Bay Crew in the Knoxville Minx. I'm Sheila Adams, and with me is Justin Simmons. We're going to be your commentators for this particular match. Justin, just seeing the matches from yesterday with two very strong teams coming in. Knoxville Minx had a dominating game against the Dallas Harley Quinns. Hard-fought match, but they came up on top. Tampa Bay also coming up on top of their games as well, too, as we're starting off.
Yeah, you're going to have Tampa Bay in black. They're in the all black. As for Knoxville, they're the ones that have the predominantly red top with the black shorts, just in case you're a little confused. But the jersey difference is apparent right now. We had a great finish to our first championship final day. We're expecting this women's championship to be a fantastic game as well.
Yes, looks like Chelsea Chisholm took that recent ball in as Tampa Bay is inching closer and closer to their first try of the match within the first 5 minutes.
Oh, terrific read on the tackle as well from Ferguson. And the penalty going against, I want to say that was just a non-releasing penalty.
Yes, looks like that is going to be against Knoxville Minx. Tampa Bay starting off strong. Like I said, they are knocking on the door to their first try. And looks like they're going to be trying for points just to get points up on the board. See if we get the jersey number to see whom is kicking.
I do like this idea, though. I felt last season when we were covering this championship, there wasn't a whole lot of conversion attempts. A lot of players just took it on the quick.
Yeah.
Today, slowing things down. And it paying off.
Conversion's good. That was going to be your number 10, Robin Oliveri of the Tampa Bay Crew, starting off the pace for this D2 championship match here for the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, so Tampa up 3-0 already.
As we're starting off, like I said, that appears that score was made within the first 3 minutes of this match. Tampa Bay starting it off. Let's see what Knoxville can do to respond. We're starting off the kick. Unfortunate knock. Great kick from Knoxville.
Yeah, it was just one of those things. We talked about it in the first game. This pitch, although it's gotten drier throughout the day and the sunshine kind of has been covered up by the clouds, it's still humid. There's been parts of the pitch that are starting to get much muddier, more mud than grass. So I believe handling the ball is going to play a significant role in this matchup.
Oh, definitely so. I mean, we saw a lot of slipping and sliding from that D2 match, that D3 match against the Blacks. Strong starting off.
They got numbers out there.
Quick hands from Knoxville, but Knox.
Big tackle there.
Yes, very much so. Minx recovering. See if they can inch closer and closer. Looks like they are able to. Pushing Tampa Bay back. Tampa Bay bringing down Knoxville. Knoxville trying to send their ball all the way down through their back line. Their number 2 pushing through, but double tackled by Tampa Bay.
That's good help there on the ruck.
Great push from the forwards. Looks like the tight 5. Quick response from the number 9.
Ooh, it looks like we have a player down already, as that was an awkward fall for Brooke Gee.
Unfortunate knock against Knoxville. Thought we saw the quick pace, especially them shipping that ball to their back line. But great job for Tampa Bay with that great defensive end as we're setting up for their first scrum of this match, the second one for this match.
Well, defending national champions, a lot of respect shown to Tampa Bay coming into this matchup. And obviously already taking the early 3-0 lead. The expectation is very high for this Tampa Bay group. As for Knoxville, though, I mean, they got the speed on the outside. Can they get the ball there and utilize that against this Tampa Bay punishing offense to neutralize it? Oh, another delivery off of the fin. That's two, saying get off of me twice.
Yes, great effort by Tampa Bay. Quick kick, realizing that the 15 is isolated as the chase is on. Ball is still in the pitch. Man is on. 15 against 15. Now the number 8, bringing them down. Great by Tanya O'Neill. Tampa Bay putting on the pressure against Knoxville, not letting them gain any meters.
Yeah, Gee getting brought down that time. Already had some issues with the leg. But look at this, Knoxville coming back up through the middle, trying to find some room.
Looks like Knoxville was able to get the ball back after that kick. Tampa Bay attempting to shut them down as quickly as possible, keeping that game line firm. Not releasing is the call, and it will be back to Tampa Bay's ball.
Man, tough break to see there. As you can see, like the rowdiness, the energy right now seems to be with Tampa Bay. They're flying all over the pitch so far here early on.
Definitely so. Able to scoot them up even closer. Now they're inside between the 10 and the 22 right now for the line out. Looks like it's going to be the first line out of this match.
Ready for the ball,
Tampa Bay on the sideline, screaming out potential plays off this lineup again. Kind of in the middle of the field on the Knoxville side territory, rather, inching closer to their try line as they're going to set up.
Looking for that line out, and they played it off the fake first.
Quick ball shifting it down. Couple dummies down to their back line. Strong double tackle from the Minx. Number 2, Jesse Jupiter Permet. Going strong in. Going in with support.
And look at that, though. Possession still maintained by Tampa.
Yes, very much so. Knoxville's working hard to try to keep them in between the 10 and the 50 as much as possible. Trying to shut them down and disrupt their flow. Minx.
Good tackle there.
Yes, Minx is still working hard.
Yeah,
ooh, great call from Tampa Bay. Getting carried in by their number 8, Tanya O'Neill, yet again. Slowing down the pace a bit. But Minx able to stop them right at their toes. Not able to gain any meters on that last phase. Shifting down through their back line. Oh, no one there, unfortunately. Ball is being chased, but still being maintained. Looks like we do have a player down on the Minx side.
Yeah, and obvious pain, too, as they are not moving. And the referee's going to have to call a stoppage here as they were getting to that player. So we already had a potential blood sub as it was necessary already.
Yes.
And that's still taking place. But now we have a player down, too. So we have both things occurring at the same time right now. And both of those things occurring for Knoxville. So we're going to have a blood sub.
Yes.
So that will bring 2 blood subs.
Yes.
So it will be Emma Houston who will come on for Knoxville.
Yes.
And we'll have another one coming up here shortly. But already a very physical contest starting off early with the championship on the line this Sunday.
Yes, sir. Real quick, let's go ahead and go through the lines real quick. For Tampa Bay, we have for our Type 5, Callie Frojan, Jupiter Permet, Juanita Nana Rodriguez, Caitlin Ferguson, and Mackenzie Sonic Covell. For your locks, for your 6 and 7, you have Tiffany Wysocki, Kelsey Casham, and the number 8, Tanya O'Neill, which we saw a number of carries from Tanya. Your scrum half is going to be Kai Donegan, 10, Robin Oliveri, wing, Gabby Panino. Nikki Snyder for your 12. Chelsea Casham for your 13. Victoria Jarrett for your wing. And Samantha Kells for your fullback.
Knoxville has sent in Keisha Mahalik. There you go. Keisha Mahalik now in. We're in 21. Or are they coming off again? Okay, so never mind. So we just talked about. Yeah, Mahalik will not be going on.
All right, looks like time is going to be back on as we double checked all the injured players as well as the 2 blood subs.
So that's the stoppage in play. Tampa leads this game 3-0 if you just joined us.
Scrum started, put in by number 9, Kai Dunnigan. Great ball carry by the number 10, Robin Oliveri, as she was brought down.
Here we go, Minx. Get set up.
Not quite there. Not quite there. Tampa Bay falling on top of the ball as they're trying to set the wreck, but Minx ends up taking the ball back. Great defensive end. Bit of a kerfuffle right here. Minx able to maintain possession after that little bit of a kerfuffle right there. Ball is lost. Unfortunately, looks like there was a double knock.
Yeah, just a couple. We talked about at the beginning of this game, Sheila. It's just like the conditions, while they've gotten better throughout the day, there's still a lot of mud. There's wet patches on the ground. That means, and you can see it already on the uniforms of the competitors out there. Already a lot of mud on the legs, on the uniforms, and on that ball, making it hard to handle.
Definitely so. I mean, we just saw that just right there on the 10-meter line right there. Strong scrum from Minx, but Tampa Bay able to maintain. Quick ball. Oh, unfortunate, unable to connect.
Yeah, and ultimately went forward for the knock. But I like the idea that they put out there. They ran that little dummy to the middle of the line, and then they had the idea to try to get it far outside. They just couldn't connect on the pass.
Definitely so. I mean, you can even hear it from the rest behind us. It's like, okay, make sure you can see the person that you can connect with. That's very important, especially for the back line. Again, as you said, Justin, that was a great idea. Shift the ball quickly to the sideline as possible and just attack that space. But unfortunately, that knock right there, as we're setting up for yet another scrum.
Well, Knoxville needs something positive to go their way in this match. It hasn't happened just yet.
Ball shifting out. Bit of a hat trick right there. Recognizing for the wing. Pushing out. Fend off. Number 14, Lori Morse, as she takes it all the way in. There's a man on, and yet 14 scores. Looks like that's going to be 5 for Knoxville Minx.
Great job there.
Bringing the current score 5-3 as we were waiting for the conversion kick.
Yeah, we just said it. They needed something big to happen in their favor, and they got the big play as they were able to take it up the channel and went pretty much the half distance of the pitch to hit the try zone. The conversion is going to be difficult from the angle, but it does give Knoxville the 5-3 lead.
Definitely so. And I mean, I guess you, in a way, you kind of spoken into existence. Looks like Laura's going to be kicking for her own conversion. See what she does as she lines up, as you mentioned before, the conditions on the field, trying to make sure.
Do another card. Come back in.
22.
Thanks for the catch up.
This ain't putting on this pitch, slipping's been easy today. Just imagine she has to be exhausted after the run and now trying to hit this kick.
Definitely so. Giving herself a breather. Strong boot, but unfortunately the angle wasn't quite there. The score will remain 5-3. Knoxville taking the lead.
By way of the big play. Can they keep that going, though, as the blood sub will come off now? That was Emma Houston, who was subbed on for the initial blood sub. He will come back on for Knoxville, who is now in the lead 5-3.
So,
and there's the punch to the face that they needed to deliver to the defending champions in Tampa Bay.
Great catch by the Minx. Literally right at the 10. Strong carry. Looks like by the number 2, or excuse me, the number 4, Brooke G.
Just got back, brought in off that blood sub. And there was the try scorer right there who got brought down. That was Morse. Good ruck, though.
Great ruck. Oh, bit of a ball fumble right there. Tampa Bay regaining possession now. Minx having to regroup to get back on defense.
Good recovery defense for Knoxville there. Could have been way worse.
The ball slipped out, but unfortunately that's going to be not releasing. Called against Knoxville Minx. Looks like Tampa Bay is going to go pretty quickly. Taken down by the number 13. Great job right there for the Minx, bringing them down. Ball's moving. Great run, but it looks like 15 Samantha Kells. Switching through. Great dummy runs by the two forwards as the ball shifted. You can't quite see the number, but that's a great effort right there, running onto the ball. Unfortunately, there's another penalty against the Minx, not rolling away. These penalties are going to kill them as they're backing further and further away. Tampa Bay inching closer and closer to their try line. Yet another penalty again. Looks like another not rolling away. Looks like Tampa Bay is going to be trying to crash their ball in. That's exactly what they're doing. They're hammering the ball in, and they sure did. Yet another response score from Tampa Bay that brings our current score 8-5, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, you kind of knew what they were going for as soon as he got into the 5-meter line. It was all pick and go from there.
Yes.
I want to say that they have a little bit of a size advantage, and they utilized it there on what came down to a very elementary play. Nothing fancy, just keeping it simple, and that resulting in the positive score. My concern right now, Sheila, is that you see the overcast that's starting to come overhead.
Yep.
Yeah, rain was predicted for later on the forecast. I was hoping it was going to miss us, so could play factor in this matchup where he could have a delay. This kick, though, good. Perfect.
It's good. That brings our current score. Looks like Tampa Bay will be 10. Knoxville Minx will be 5. Great response to that Knoxville try. And according to our number 4 for our try score, it looks like that's going to be Kelsey Casham. Excuse me, number 7, Kelsey Casham, that made that try for those of y'all who are watching from home.
So now we're going to see.
Quick take, but unfortunately, ball was not able to be caught by Tampa Bay. That attempt by Tiffany Wysocki right under the ball, but unfortunately wasn't able to clasp it down, so that will trigger a scrum for Knoxville Minx.
Well, I did want to bring up, what was the response going to be for Knoxville, and they kind of get a gift there. So now it's all about just controlling this scrum. We'll see if they have the power to move this Tampa Bay crew side.
Steady scrum on both sides. Looks like it's going to be an 8-man pick. Smart on that part. Ball being shifted yet again down the back line. Looks like the wing, number 11, on the Minx side. Looks like Kaylee Budry, excuse me. Stick it in. Minx are fighting to move that ball down the field. Tampa Bay attempting to shut them down. Trying to secure that ruck.
Never unreleased.
Unfortunately for Minx, they were unable to set that ruck properly. Looks like they're going to go for the kick as they're setting up. Ball didn't get quite the distance that they were predicting, but at least gets them back position.
The Minx coach trying to be positive, supportive, as we will get a water break.
Yes, we will. So just a couple things that we're seeing this far in this match. Minx has been maintaining that defensive end, but Tampa Bay specifically were able to respond to their Knoxville try. Sorry, there's a lot of things going on right now for the water break.
It's totally understandable. We're right here on the sideline at Burfield. We're basically in the sin bin. This is the sin bin area.
Yes.
But yeah, we're right next to both benches. It's really cool though because it's like basically as close as you can feel to be in the game without actually be in the game. But we have the officials coming through as well, and we also have everybody around us right now as we break for the water. And it's been a hot and humid day, so it's completely understandable. But so far, a good contest. I mean, with Tampa Bay up 10-5, Knoxville responded last time with a big play. I'm expecting that we will see a big play as well this second go around. But you kind of start feeling that cool breeze though, and it kind of just feels like that weather shift is coming.
Definitely so. I mean, taking advantage now before if the rain decides to make a special appearance. But for right now, I can imagine that the rugby players right now at least feeling a little bit of the breeze. But as we're getting ready to start up for a Tampa Bay line out, time is back on. Number 2, Jupiter going to throw it in. Called in, not straight.
Yeah.
Knoxville will have a chance to respond. Looks like they're going to opt for a scrum.
I was wondering what option they were going to take. They chose scrum. They did get pushed back on the last one a little bit, so I'm interested to see how this works out for Knoxville. As you can see, it's a little bit muddier here on where they're working this scrum at. I'm curious to see if we get a clean scrum without having to have a reset here initially.
So,
good scrum. Nobody really pushing there.
Great ball being thrown. Cut short by the number 15 as she pushes her way through. Great job by number 15, Kristen Colson. This time, Tampa Bay is getting pushed back.
Does Knoxville want to go for points? We already saw the leg that Morse has. So are they bringing out the T? Yeah, they are. They are going to go for points. It's Laura Morse, who had scored earlier.
Yes.
Off of that long try run, and we saw them have a good kick. They didn't convert, but they were right here against the try line trying to do it on the conversion kick. It's going to look for the 3 points from here. Yeah. And from what we saw last time, Sheila, I think she has a good opportunity to hit this one.
I definitely agree. I mean, we saw that strong boot. Unfortunately, the angle wasn't quite there, but if y'all saw the distance and height on it, it was great.
They want, yeah.
Tampa Bay reminding themselves, in an unfortunate case, if the ball is missed, the ball is live. However, that will not be their concern. Points were made by Laura Morris. I will now bring our score. Tampa Bay is still up 10. Knoxville is now up to 8. So this is going to be a close match. Great match thus far in the first half. Both teams are coming off strong. They realize what is on the line as far as getting to that championship.
Well, we talked about it earlier, though, Sheila. What was the response going to be? They got the points out of that, and now they'll have a chance to get the ball back and see if they can find a way to take the lead in this match for the first time tonight for Knoxville.
Unfortunate catch for Minx. Looks like it happened on both sides. We saw it before on the last kickoff and then this kickoff. Players are able to get under the ball, but unfortunately unable to clasp it. So now this scrum will be to Tampa Bay in the Knoxville's territory.
Yeah, we're keeping track on the weather now, and I'm wondering. I mean, that storm was bad. You said it yourself. You know, it started in the North Texas area around Dallas, and it kind of just made its way through the rest of Texas here down the I-35.
Definitely so. Ball taken in by their number 15. Looks like the push tackle. 15 against 15. Samantha Kells against Kristen Colston right there.
I mean, Colston just making a try-saving tackle from behind. We were talking about I-35, and it looked like Tampa Bay was ripping right down it at 75 miles per hour towards the try line.
Clearly. Care for the world. Tampa Bay slowing down just a tad bit, but shifting.
Oh.
Ball unfortunate, but still recovered by Tampa Bay. Hands work right there as they're fighting to secure the ruck.
Yeah, Tampa very lucky that ball wasn't knocked on.
Looks like an advantage was called.
Yep,
for Tampa.
It was.
Ball still getting pushed through by Tampa Bay. Tampa is fighting as they realize how close they are to the try line. Looks like they're inside the 22, but a penalty was called.
7 penalties. Great time for
You know, Wendy was telling me about that in game one. It's like, oh, every time you do that in front of the referee, you try to take it quick, they're going to call it back. But you do that behind them, they'll let you go.
Yeah, of course. You gotta see where your mark is before you go. Tampa Bay had the right idea, but unfortunately not behind the ref or at the point.
Yeah, because I was like, I like the idea. Yeah, you want to take it quickly, but we're hearing from the chatter from the referees behind us from the 4th spot. It's just like a lot of penalties being assessed here against Knoxville.
Yes.
So we had that short conversation to the captain.
Ball's being set up. Minx is trying to form a strong guard to prevent Tampa Bay to get through. Tampa Bay not securing that ruck until last minute. Ball is being shifted. The 12 to the 14. Unable to connect, but man on. Lauren Morris is chasing down Victoria Jarrett. Again, not connecting those passes. That's killing Tampa Bay right now as Minx is pushing them forward. But again, ball is getting slippery. Conditions are getting wet.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's just a lot less grass to work with right now. The mud's starting to make a factor. Turf monsters showing up and pulling people down as we're running. Oh, but now we got some real steam behind this run.
Oh, wow. Great run by, looks like Courtney Ward right there. Monstrous run right there for the Knoxville Minx. Is this the response that they're able to capitalize on? Number 8 pushing through, taking 2 people to bring them down by Carly Smith.
Yeah, that was Casham on the tackle. One of the 2 Cashams playing for Tampa Bay.
That
offload. That's great play.
Monkey in the middle. The ball was lost as they're fighting for the tackle was called. It's going to be Tampa Bay's possession. Great connection between just like Katie Budry and Laura Morris right there.
Yeah, really nice with the give and goes. 2 in a row. Oh, another blood stop is going to have to be had. Oh, and that's severe blood. I mean, had a whole gauze inserted up their nose. That's Allison Stone just showing how tough they are.
I mean, Allison Stone had some great runs right there too. So blood, sweat, and tears for her as she gives the thumbs up. That's Medic is looking into it right now.
Just like another day at the office, no big deal for Stone. But just gutting through this here for a championship here in the Gulf Coast, the Division II Women's Gulf Coast Championship, going against the national champions in Tampa Bay. So, I mean, like, you know, you don't want to come out of this game. I get it.
Exactly. I mean, we're seeing great efforts from both sides. We're seeing great connections, especially that last bit within the Knoxville Minx right there on the sideline.
But now it just makes me feel that, like, okay, Knoxville is capable, obviously, of a big play at any moment. We just don't know when it's going to happen again.
Exactly. Strong scrum right there as Tampa Bay's plowing through, stepping. Number 12, Nikki Snyder. Ball's being shifted out. Tampa Bay officially passing that 50-meter mark. Minx trying to keep them back as much as possible. So they're setting up. Number 9, Kai Donegan, switching through, but the run is happening. Connection made. Looks like that's number 14, Victoria Jarrett, as she slides down for the try.
Sheila, what an offload there on the outside to make that try spring true.
Exactly. Fantastic try right there for Tampa Bay. We were worried at first because they had a couple of miscommunications with the ball throwing within their back line. So that right there, if anything, that was a highlight run, in my opinion, for Tampa Bay.
That was one of the best tries of the weekend right there. And it was all, and we just talked about the good chemistry for Knoxville as they were throwing it down the sidelines on the give and goes, but that was just excellent execution on that far sideline to get out of danger and end up making a big play of their own.
Definitely.
We're sitting at 15-8 right now.
Yes, we are. Looks like number 10, Robin Oliveri, setting up for her conversion. Conversion is good. That will bring our new score
17-8. Knoxville behind.
Yes.
10 minutes in this half, crew. Let's go. Keep the energy up. 10 more minutes.
And so you hear the Tampa Bay crew side, trying to keep their team amped up for another 10 minutes of this match. You hear the Minx coach trying to keep her team motivated.
Again, very much so. I mean, again, we're seeing great things. Their scrums, looks like their scrums are pretty even. They are pushing strong. You got Minx, they're calling out like who they're going to get. Robin Oliveri with that catch. They're offloading towards their back line as well. But Minx disrupting their run right there. And there's a play called, it's going to be a knock-on.
And the effort paying off there for the Minx, as they were able to pretty much help cause that knock-on. But now it's just, what are they going to do offensively? They have had a few moments where they have been able to suck in the defense from Tampa Bay, but just weren't able to get the ball outside fast enough to convert on another big play. But you see the speedster here in Laura Morse, wearing the 14, just sitting out here wide. You just have a feeling that the ball's going to them.
Yeah, that back line's firm. Looks like Tampa Bay pushing, unable to connect. 15. Dummy run right there, but ball's lost, but able to secure. Ooh, strong run by the number 8, Tanya O'Neill.
And never let go of that ball when they were down. We've seen a lot of not releasing in this game so far for Knoxville. So they're going to have to clean up those penalties a little bit.
Definitely so.
It's like another the blood continuing to drip down the face of Allison Stone here. As this ball kicked towards us.
Looks like the lineout's going to be just past the 50-meter mark, literally right in front of us. The number 2, Jupiter Permet.
Here we go. Now?
So the blood sub is allowed for Knoxville. It's Emma Houston who comes back in. They have no blood sub in this game. So we have to wait to see what the time will be added for before tending to these injuries.
Yes, okay, but I just want to know what time.
Great ball thrown in, but unfortunately, not straight is called yet again against Tampa Bay. Looks like we're going to have another scrum. This time it will be, again, just...
Right on it.
Nope, just inches past the 50-meter mark.
Well, Sheila, we were kind of tossing one of those Gilbert rugby balls around earlier, and I was like, ours was completely clean, though. Look at the one that they're using right now. You can see it's just caked with mud. I'm imagining it's got to be a little hard to handle right now, especially with the sweat that's starting to build up. 8-man pick again.
Shifting down the back line for the Minks. Laura Morris pushing through again. Great communication. Tie 5 is pushing. Pushing in. Now we're just past the 50-meter mark if you're all watching at home. Laura Morris, or excuse me, that was not Laura Morris. That's number 10, Haley Foreman with the inside.
Yeah, just pound and go here with Tinsley.
Tinsley has had some strong runs. Again, smart kick. Unfortunately,
Lower first, want to be lower. Thank you. Let's go.
penalty was called again. Looks like it's going to be an offsides call. Oh, high tackle, excuse me.
Yeah, that does go against Tampa, so that ball will stay with Knoxville. Now, they brought out the tee last time. This would be from about 35 meters out if they just, well, no, I'll take that back. About 40 meters out if they really, really desired the points, but I don't think they're going that way, and they're not.
Tinsley again with another strong run. Ruck is secured. Pushing through yet again.
Good support here. Looks like Tampa's a little tired right now.
Yes, they are. Tinsley with another run. Minks is making Tampa Bay work hard.
Ready, up!
Another kick. Laura gets Morris. Laura disrupting the number 15. It's number 9. Looking for somebody to offload. Tried to do the backflip, but wasn't quite there.
I love the idea. Just not a lot of room to work with there.
Great exit right there. Ball's being hit. Man is on.
Yeah, that was inverted. So the referee letting that go on. No release.
Okay.
Hell yeah,
And that's happened to Knoxville so many times where it's killed their phases and momentum.
Yeah. Oh.
Allison Stone getting ready to check back in despite the blood. And again, true gamer just going to go power through this.
Tampa Bay, see what they can do.
Some massive collision right there in the middle of the park.
Looks like she's getting up. A lot of kicking for this women's side. They're seeing where they're isolated, but Laura Morris, excuse me, the number 11, Katie Bedry, number 9 going in. Number 10 looking for options for their centers. Number 3, Summer Moore. It would push through. Tampa Bay pushing Minks back further and further back as they're shutting down their offense. Tampa Bay now with possession. Great job by Tampa Bay as they're slowing down the pace for their end. But met by the Minks.
You see the fatigue starting to build up as the turf monster again comes, just shows up and just snatches you out anywhere.
Again, another not releasing calls. I mean, I understand you want to secure the ball, but it is imperative that, you know.
I get what you're getting at there. It's like you gotta let it go. It's just part of the game.
Exactly. It's killing both sides.
But that comes to situational awareness and mental fatigue sometimes.
I agree. I mean, you don't want to make, silly mistakes, but unfortunately, that's happened now on both sides, both the Crew and the Minx. Long ball for the Crew, taken in by number 13, Chelsea Cassom.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's just been that Tampa Bay playing like defending champions and making less mistakes at the moment.
Very much so. Minx are pushing the Crew back. It's just a battle of territory at this point. Unable to connect. Now they are. Great effort by Tampa Bay. Will this be another try for them? Brought that out. They're inching closer to the on-touch line as Minx are scrambling back to get ready on that defensive end. It will be a knock called.
So
Penalty.
they had played advantage, but they called it all the way back to play the original penalty that was called on that knock on. Okay, offside. There we go. I'm trying to assess how it transpired. Sometimes it does get confusing.
13. This time, Jared, for yet another try right there. I'll bring our current score. Looks like 22-8 pending the conversion kick. Tampa Bay Crew putting in the work.
That's a fantastic try to dot it down. Victoria Jarrett going full stretch over the try line. So right now it's 22-8 in favor of the Tampa Bay Crew.
Robin Oliveira is going to be taking the conversion as she is setting up.
She has the angle in favor with the left foot.
She looks like it's just short, so it won't count. The score will remain 22-8 in favor of Tampa Bay.
Yes, that takes us to halftime. It's been a really fun game so far. Right now, though, it comes back to just handling the ball and making the right plays. And it's been really simple things, Sheila, right now that I kind of feel that's been killing the momentum for Knoxville because they have been well within this game, but we've seen a lot of not releasing calls against them, and we've seen a lot of penalties where advantage has been played to Tampa Bay in favor, and it's just too many mistakes right now that's kind of putting them behind at this moment, and they're dealing with a lot of injuries too, a lot of blood subs.
Yes.
And right now, Allison Scott just. I'm a huge fan right now. I'm like, I can only imagine. I don't know how she's playing with her nose completely packed with gauze, but obviously here for the final doesn't want to come out of this game. I'm really interested to see how this second half is going to come out. Can Knoxville find the right place to get them back into this game? And for Tampa Bay, can they keep this momentum up now that they have a 22-8 lead? Do they get complacent, or do they finish them off like champions do and play through the very end? I mean, we still got a second half to find out.
Very true. So we will be on standby until the second half begins. Both teams are talking to one another, and we'll be back. And then they are now... Okay, so Crew's going to stay on the side. Minx is going to be on the side.
Are you hyped yet, Sheila? I'm hyped now. You hear both teams coming off of the sideline, screaming, yelling, getting everybody amped up for the second half to decide who's going to be our champion here.
Exactly. I mean, you know, we have two strong competitive teams, Tampa Bay, Knoxville Minx. I mean, we seen them playing yesterday. Tremendous playing effort by both sides, and they're laying it all out on the field, literally. A couple of blood subs happened.
Just a few,
nonstop. But hey, like I said, blood, sweat, and tears are happening on this.
But there has been some gutsy performances, and obviously understandable. You work all season to get to this point here, to end up in the Gulf Coast Championship game, and you don't want to come out, especially against the opposition, especially for Knoxville. They're dealing with a lot of blood stuff. They're going against the defending national champions in Tampa Bay. And already the big hits start.
Already, right off the bat, as we're starting the second half, Tampa Bay will start off with possession of this second half.
Just to clue all those people in that just joined us, 22-8 our score. Knoxville behind Tampa Bay.
Minx getting their possession going. Tampa Bay is trying to fight to get the possession back as they're setting up their defensive line. Type 5 crew, they're linked up as they're now setting up. Tampa Bay yelling at one another to get back on sides and getting set up.
Yeah, we were talking about during halftime, Sheila, we talked about field conditions, all conditions too. Right now, it might be easy to handle, but, you know, we get 5-10 minutes into the second half, and I imagine we're going to have a lot of knock-ons as such. Right now, this ball just squirting everywhere.
Definitely so. Minx trying to find their pace. They're trying to shift the ball quickly as possible.
Well, that was Allison Stone, the one that's playing with that nose packed with gauze right now. I don't know how she's doing it.
For those of y'all who are supporting Allison Stone, make sure y'all give her monstrous amounts of support. She has been playing hard. Looks like this is going to be a line out for Tampa Bay crew. Minx able to get out of their little emergency danger zone, if you will, and get back into the territory of Tampa Bay. Looks like this time, number 4, Caitlin Ferguson is going to be throwing in. Great dummy by the lineout right there. Rodriguez clapping for her, trying to offshore the Minx.
Great defense recovery, though, on the outside by the wing. Or actually the fullback.
Definitely so. Minx is fighting for the back possession, but locking down that defense. Again, a lot of dummy runs from Tampa Bay. Connection not quite there. Emergency kick out for the number 11, Gabby Panino. And real quick, let me make a quick correction for that first try from Tampa Bay. That was not Victoria Jarrett that made that try. It was actually Panino, the number 11. I got the wings messed up, so make sure I give full credit to her for that try. For those of y'all who are watching at home, my sincere apologies.
I think they're understandable too. It's like we weren't going to have commentary up this whole week, and I'm really proud of all the work that Wendy and everybody else part of the crew put together to get us, at least a chance to broadcast your championship Sunday, and of course to all of our sponsors.
Oh, definitely so. Ball's quickly out for the Minx as they're pushing in number 10 with a strong carry. Bit of a late push right there, but Tampa Bay was able to shut them down. Speaking of women's championships, want to give a quick shout out to the Utah Vipers. Congratulations on winning yesterday's match. Had a phenomenal game against the Houston Sharks. Again, congratulations to the Utah Vipers for their win for women's D1.
Well, right now, you have Knoxville on the move, but they're a player short because the players stayed down. But that ball looks like it might be coming back the opposite direction.
Ball quickly recovered. Looks like there's going to be time off for to take care of.
Yeah, so that sub will be taking place here.
Looks like number 3 Rodriguez is going to be subbed out for Alyssa the Sniper Shafrock.
Yeah, and you're going to have him and Houston come back on as a blood sub once again for Knoxville.
My apologies, the last name is Sherlock. What an interesting rugby nickname, the Sniper. Let's see what she's going to do.
I don't think I want to find out how they earned that nickname. Yeah, you see a great effort there as Birdie leaving the pitch, or Budry rather.
Yes, Budry had a phenomenal match yesterday against the Dallas Harlequins. Being able to shut them down. Quick ball, but unable to connect. Panino.
Yeah, that ball ended up going backwards at the end of the day, but it's a pick and go still off the ruck. Nicely done.
Nikki Snyder with that grab right there. Just fighting for it. Great ball recognition right there. Crew is setting up yet again for a quick ball, but caught by Abby right there. Fortunate penalty right there. That would have been phenomenal for the Minx as Tampa Bay pushing through yet again.
Yeah, but they're setting them up. As you can see, they're pulling them out far side, trying to swing it back in here on the near side once to get it back into the middle. The pods are setting.
Inside pass right there to the 15. The 15, Samantha Kills.
I'm just waiting for that big swing here because they got the numbers if they can get there, but good defense instead.
Snyder unable to offload.
It was the blood sub, Emma Houston on the tackle. There's G on the tackle too.
Quick ball being made by the Crew. Inching closer and closer. They're getting closer to the 22. Oh, ball was missed by Panino, but recovered. Fortunately, that knock was called.
Hey, shake it off. We go again. We had them. Keep that offense rolling.
So you have Cass Howard entering the game for Brooke G. That's for Knoxville. Again, Knoxville currently down right now, 22-8. But Tampa Bay messing up there, seeing if Knoxville can kind of get back into this game here with a good offensive play.
Strong scrum being made by both sides. Haven't seen a dominant scrum just quite yet. I think they're even on both sides. Minx able to have a decent run. Let's see what they can do. If they can inch closer towards the 50. Right now, they're about the 10-meter mark right now.
Here in the second half, there's some massive hits still being delivered by both of these teams despite the fatigue.
Again, they're leaving it all out on the field. Unable to connect. Yes, I do see the fatigue, as you mentioned.
Yeah, those passes that were connecting earlier are just coming up a little short now. I'm trying to figure out what Knoxville is trying to set up here. I just haven't seen anything consistency. They're just right now. It seems like they're just trying to run forward.
That's true. Tampa Bay actually keeping that D line stagnant, not letting them actually gain any meters right there.
It's turned into a wall as they have been very disciplined. And that was the right move to get over the wall. If you can't go through it, just go over it.
Yeah. Pushing them back as they're inching closer to the 50-meter mark. Minks setting up, trying to shift. Pushing back. Tampa Bay crew members are telling each other to get back on the D-line.
Yeah, now those passes are starting to connect. Can they swing it out here to the near side wide now that Tampa is starting to kind of be on their back heel?
Amber yet again.
Oh, what a run.
Finally past that 50-meter mark. Tampa Bay's trying to roll out so they don't get another penalty. Tampa Bay realizing, okay, we don't need you in our territory. Let's push you back.
Easier said than done right now. Knoxville's playing with some pressure right now.
Tampa Bay maintaining that gain line right there. Minks are working hard. Amber with the dummy run, the quick kick. Great effort right there from the number 22 of the Minks. Was able to run off the touch. Great idea, though, that chip kick right there. But again, that defensive line from the crew.
That was Emma Houston, that blood sub. She's been in and out of this game, trying to find that groove. It's got to be difficult. You never, right when you start to get set, you get brought back out because the person you subbed in for was just suffering from that cut. I think that Houston's going to remain in the game from here on out. But good effort.
Great effort. So, Miza Rochelle Monongnug got in. Tampa Bay. Good abrupt. Fresh legs. Mia with a strong run right there. Again, she was fresh in with that sub. She is now in. Territory as we're trying to push back. Tampa Bay with a good chip as the chase is going on.
So Houston collects here.
Great takedown by Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay coming up. Sniper showing what she's all about.
So the referee play advantage right now for that late hit.
Don't talk to the ref.
And I think that they may have. And that's what we're going to come back and
called in for that late hit. It was Sniper that got the penalty right there.
You figured out the nickname now.
Yep.
That one coming in a little late. It coming in hot.
Very much so.
Yeah, because there was no wrap-up attended. It was just a straight bowling.
Bowling, yeah.
And, I guess you could make the argument. It was like, well, I didn't wrap up because I was trying to let up.
True.
But I was like, you sent them to ground. So tough to say.
Strong push.
Oh, that was a gutsy tackle, though. Go in low and connect it one-on-one.
Tampa Bay, again, still maintaining that defensive line as Mix is fighting. Great block from Tampa Bay. Looks like the number 2, Jupiter Permit with the block. She chases down the ball. Mix is struggling to secure that ruck. Finally set.
Good support, but now Tampa Bay is starting to lay on the hits. And you talked about earlier, fresh legs starting to add up here. And now they have possession.
Yes. You definitely hear the sidelines right now yelling at them what to do. If my eyes serve me correctly, I think this is a couple of the players from the Dallas Quints from yesterday's match yelling at the opposition from yesterday what to do. Knock on called. Minx is able to get possession back again for that unfortunate knock.
You got to think about it, though, Sheila. It's just like we're where we started at here previously with the ball from Knoxville and where we're at now.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just over midfield, and now we're at the opposing 22. It's like that's a big difference. And Knoxville is just fighting so hard just to get back to midfield. It's like we haven't seen them really finish off any of these phases.
Very true. I mean, I think Tampa Bay realizes what's on the line here, and we're seeing it too.
Yeah, the response has been quite miraculous. I don't know where they're finding the energy, but they seem to keep on finding it.
Able to quick fend off right there. Misha with a great clear. Tampa Bay setting up quickly as the back line is calling for the ball. Great rush in. Still on her feet.
Yeah, just dragging tacklers with them. Look at that. That's 5 bodies.
Yeah, just to take down that one person. I think that was Nikki Snyder right there. She's had some fantastic runs. Unfortunately, a knock called, unable to maintain that ball possession right there. She was dropped.
So we're getting a substitution for Tampa Bay.
Looks like Shelby Colvin is going to be going in. We'll see whom she's going in for once I get the jersey number.
I mean, whoever's coming out, though, well, great effort. Because, I mean, this starting 15, I mean, you have to be gassed.
Yes, it's going to be
gassed.
Number 1, Callie Frozen. We've seen a lot from their, especially from their type 5s with those quick punch runs as we saw there. So great run right there. Shelby Cole again subbing in for the number 1, Callie.
I mean, utilizing a lot of the South Africa tactics. They're not afraid to put their forwards out wide into the packs and help them be part of the support. But, I mean, that constitutes in a lot of running for the big bodies, though.
Definitely so. Misha with back-to-back tackles right there.
Absolutely textbook, but exactly how you want to see it done.
Wrapped around the knees. Again, 3 tackles for Misha. She is on fire right now. Panino with the pressure, careful, and it will be a high tackle, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's not always malicious, but in this game, you're just grabbing for anything to grab a hold of something, and sometimes it just happens to be across the bridge of the neck.
Very much so.
Thankfully, they released on the way down there, so, yeah. You can tell it was like, oh, my bad. Hopefully they don't call it, but they did.
Lineup will be made for the Minx, setting up just short of the 10-meter mark.
Sheila, you have to be as befuddled as I am, though. Still no score here in the second half. It's just 22-8. The score has remained the same. Both these teams just beating each other up in the middle of the park.
Definitely. So, and again, you're seeing the hard work that's being put in on both teams right now.
Like I brought it up during the men's final earlier on, but it's like, oh, if you want to, when you talk to a typical American that's never really watched rugby, you're like, this is what a rugby match looks like. You picture it looking like this. Muddy, violent, big hits, blood.
Great run right there from the Minx right there, realizing where they are. Probably one of the substantial runs this half as they're rushing down. Number 14 is pushing. Looks like it's still on the touch. It's still in the pitch, not necessarily out of touch. Minx are fighting. Misha with yet another outstanding tackle from Tampa Bay crew. Minx are fighting just to get more gain. Meters.
I'm starting to think that Misha has to have some amateur wrestling background because that single leg pick was beautiful.
Knoxville again still fighting as they're inching closer and closer now towards the 22. Using their number 3, great runs right there. We're seeing their number 22 waving them in.
Yeah, Houston's like, hey, keep on coming this way. We got space.
And as we see, nothing but space right here on our right-hand side.
Don't want to lose possession here. I think we heard it from the sidelines earlier. I think, hands, just bring the hands down this way. I think you'll have some success.
I mean, I agree. I mean, sometimes you don't have to do the fancy hat tricks. Just keep it simple, stupid, and we'll actually win it.
Let's just send it down the line right now. They got the numbers.
And they definitely got the space.
Yeah, and they have the support. I mean, you have the setup there with Ward, the hooker, along with the fly half of, or one of the backs with Houston, who's been one of those consistent blood subs. I see the pod here. I just wish that they would feed them. Maybe this time? Oh, they tried to go with the squib.
Oh, now getting back on the possession, realizing where they are.
Oh, there's too much time being wasted here on that pickup, and that allows the defense to reset. But that was the right idea with the kick. I feel it just didn't, the execution at this juncture. You got to be fatigued.
Definitely so. Quick clear up for Minks, unable to connect on that pass, but has to kick. Now it's a chase down between Minks and the crew.
Ooh, I don't even know where the ball went. Everybody just fell on top of it trying to secure it. But you can just see it's like a complete calamity of bodies right now. Oh, full pack kick. I love it.
We'd love to see it. Definitely love to see it. The crew doing what they can. Panino running down. She's running. She has to support. Number 5, Mackenzie Sonic Kuval. It's going down. Panino covering over for her. Unfortunately, ball is out.
Oh, it was Stone who made the initial tackle, and you can already see it from here.
Keels going in. Keels tries to score in the middle. Keels with the score. Tampa Bay. 22.
Hold on. 22. Can you tell me what number that was who scored?
That was 15.
15.
That's Sam.
They're still here.
No try is called. They're saying
Getting a bit of a kerfuffle right now.
so. Try does count.
Try does count.
Subs will be allowed in, and I didn't mean to cut you off in the middle of the conversation earlier, right before they scored. It's because it was Stone who made the tackle, and as soon as Stone got up, I saw the blood just gushing from her nose again. Kind of like the Joker, you know how the mouth is all red. It just covered her complete face, and I was like, oh, I thought that maybe that's what they were trying to talk about, was the fact that she was down, and they were trying to get the injury assessed, but that wasn't the case.
15.
Conversion's good. Robin Olivieri with the conversion kick. It looks like we're going to have to go into a water break. Fantastic run right there, that last phase. I mean, Tampa Bay realizing where they were, that tag team right there, and eventually getting it to the number 15, Samantha Keels, able to score almost, not quite in the center, but able to get through there. Fantastic right there. Allison Stone yet again with yet another blood. I mean, this girl, when I tell you blood, sweat, and tears, I mean emphasis on the blood. She has been pouring it out there.
I mean, that was pretty much a complication, like the type of performances that I expecting today. It's like it was going to take something severe, something super severe where you could not carry on, that's going to stop any of these players from playing in this final. But right now, I mean, it looks like Tampa Bay has done enough to secure victory. It feels like, because it's just the offense has just been non-existent, unfortunately, for Knoxville here in the second half. Those eight points coming in the first half, the try, and then the penalty conversion for the 3 on the kick. So we'll see if they can find a way to get back into this matchup. But right now, they're fatigued, bodies dropping right now. Not a lot of availability during this water break.
I mean, both teams are putting in it hard. I mean, Allison Stone, she's the embodiment of can't stop, won't stop at this point. For Tampa Bay, I mean, for those of y'all who are watching, y'all representing Mija right now, the amount of tackles that she has made, these textbook tackles that she has made, I definitely want to put a highlight right there. Number
easily.
22. Number 22. Asia right there. I mean, she had 3 back-to-back tackles in those couple of phases right now.
Oh no, I was watching. I was like, Nisha has this uncanny ability to find the right angles every time. And not to mention the technique, because Nisha is giving up a lot of weight on some of these ball carriers. He's still taking them down by themselves.
Yes.
So a very strong package into a compact body for Nisha.
Kickoff right now. Looks like catch by number 22, Jupiter for that. Goes in. Sniper. She punches it through. Tampa Bay able to offload as they're pushing it towards the sideline over there where the crowd is.
Will you let me know?
Tampa Bay keep pushing through. Minks are steady. Minks is keeping that defensive line sturdy. Oh, no, I spoke too soon. Brought down right at the 50-yard line, but able to pop off. Snyder with the carry. With the support right there.
And Knoxville has everything set up for this attack. That was a good stop from Houston, the 22, to make that tackle. Because it looks like they would have been off to the races yet again for Tampa Bay.
Yet another kick. Nobody out in the backfield. Canino and Nisha are right there. Nisha yet again with the tackle. I mean, guys, phenomenal textbook. And she is not afraid to go in for the tackle.
Take it in.
Tampa Bay pushing through their number 4, Caitlin Ferguson. She pushes in.
In.
Unable to offload quickly. Snyder ready for the ball whenever, but unfortunately numbers are not in her favor.
Big collision there. As you see Knoxville trying to stay disciplined on that line. I mean, they're answering the calls right now.
Definitely so. Mick's able to shut down the sniper. Unfortunately, going through yet another try.
Excellent hands, great passing too, and that run right through that opening on the lane. Nice stuff. Very decisive run.
Very much. Looks like number 19, Molly Douglas, will be subbing in. Looks like who she's going to sub out for. Once we get that jersey number, we'll let you know who Molly Douglas is subbing for. Again, fresh legs for the crew. It looks like it will be the number 5, Sonic Huval. Again, the Tiger 5 has been having a phenomenal run this match as we've seen a lot of crashes being done by the crew. And as we wait for Robin Oliveri to set up for her conversion kick.
I mean, it's been a gutsy performance by both teams, and I mean, a lot of credit to Knoxville. I mean, they showed up, they're playing hard, but I feel like they expended a lot of air.
They were able to get that flow offensively. Conversion is good for Robin Oliveri, excuse me.
Sorry, Sheila, I'm trying to do the math, but that's not my strong suit. But 36-8.
Yes, sir. That sounds about right. As we're confirming with the Ross Davies. And we got our number 5, our refs behind us to support us. It is 36-8.
Math's improvement. One of these days I'll know it.
You know, we had to do basic arithmetic to do commentary. Ball not quite 10. Looks like the crew will set up for a scrum. As at least we're hearing it from For sideline?
Oh, real quick, Sheila, again, we talked about just a big thanks to all of our supporters and our sponsors, Texas Rugby and Texas Rugby Referee Association, Rugby Ninja, of course, our sports media partner and Nutmeg Sports Media and Austin Blacks for hosting the event.
Yes, definitely. Looks like 21-18 for the crew. 21, Audrey Keefe will be going in, and then Laura Okuza will also be going in as well. So for those of you all watching at home, make sure you show some support for those subbed in.
Hey, Jupiter Permit, I thought played a very underrated game. We didn't call her a lot, but she made some big tackles.
She did.
At some key moments throughout the game. But there was other things that happened that we couldn't really highlight her. But now that they're out of the game, I wanted to give them their proper credit because the hooker was a big reason why they were able to secure the lead the way they had.
And we talk about the strong game that we've seen thus far. Let's just talk about what just happened. The Minx had a very, very dominant scrum. I think this is the first dominant scrum we have seen all match. And they were able to gain possession back again after that short 10-meter kick for the kickoff. Minx finding that fire yet again, type 5, as we're seeing time and time again. Strong one for the number 13, taken down by Snyder.
And this is like the most important thing you want to see. You just want to see this effort continue on.
Abby yet again. We've seen nonstop crashes from Abby from the Minx. Tampa Bay trying to shut them down on the defensive end. But Minx fighting that fire as the keep pushing through. Minx yet again slowing down the pace just slightly. Doing what they can to try to catch the crew on their back foot, but not able to do it. It's like Abby pushing back Sniper.
Oh, man, I love the effort, but they just look exhausted now. After they saw that big burst that they had, you got the momentum, but they just couldn't really break through this defense.
Exactly. It's all about maintaining stamina.
Yeah. And I mean, give credit. You have a lot of reserves that just came in for Tampa Bay that they have been waiting to get in. And they're going to play hard. And another terrific pick on the takedown.
Misha yet again.
Yeah. Second half MVP on the defense easily.
Oh, yeah.
Misha.
Yeah.
But look at that. It's a one-on-one taking down the prop. But that's not an easy tackle to make.
It's not, and it goes to show the effort that's made by both sides, especially from the crew that's taking these ladies down. They're